Welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix preview. As we move from Monaco to the Spanish Grand Prix, let me give you a brief preview of the Monaco Grand Prix. We had Lando Norris starting on the pole and Lando Norris winning the race, with Charles Leclerc starting second, coming second. Oscar Piastri starting third, coming third. Max Verstappen starting fourth. Ended the race fourth. Lewis Hamilton qualified fourth. Got a 3-place grid penalty. Started seventh, finished fifth. And the rest, we had just 2 DNFs. Pierre Gasly and Fernando Alonso. And that was the major part of the race. Except for the 2 Mercedes ended out of points. And their team principal, Toto Wolff, said he forgot that there were meant to be 2 stop strategies. And I'm like, how do you forget? How? It's not that he forgot, but they had a bad strategy because they were choked into what they didn't expect. Straight to Spanish GP. What do you expect in the Spanish GP? The slipstream effect, tailwind effect, and also the chicane. So it's going to be interesting going to Spanish GP this weekend. The Spanish GP has been held 65 times at the Barcelona track, and the circuit is one of the most iconic tracks of the calendar. A lot of changes have been made to it. Changes were made to turn 14, 15, 16. The most successful drivers are Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. And also, fun fact you need to know, races has been held on that circuit 65 times. And it's going to be a 66-lap race in which it has always been. And the most successful constructor in Spain is Ferrari, winning 12. Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher had won 6 each. And the 5 of the wins Lewis Hamilton has had been in the last 9 years. Because in the last 9 years, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen have been the only 2 drivers to have won Spanish GP. Will that be happening this weekend again? It will be a wonderful one if it will be between them, because it's going to be very interesting. Now, what do we have? We had in 2016 Max Verstappen winning the Spanish GP. That was Max Verstappen's first win in F1. From 2016, we had 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 21 to Lewis Hamilton. Then came Max Verstappen in 22, 23, 24. Those are the 4 Max Verstappen had won. Lewis Hamilton had won 5 in the last 9 years, which is an outstanding record for him. And he's won 6 on that track. Will he be claiming 7 race wins there this weekend? We would know. In 2024, we had Lando Norris on pole with Max Verstappen winning the race. He gave Max Verstappen a run for his money to the last leg. Well, Lewis Hamilton came third, and his teammate George Russell came fourth. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari, and Sainz came 5th and 6th in that proportion. Wow, they gave themselves a good fight. That's the Ferrari boys and the Mercedes boys. They gave themselves a good fight in that race. It's a very interesting race. In 2023, we had Max Verstappen winning, Lewis Hamilton second, George Russell third. Lewis Hamilton had some great races, some great points on that track. 2021, we had Lewis Hamilton winning, Max Verstappen second, Bottas third, Charles Leclerc 4th, Sergio Perez 5, and Daniel Ricciardo 6. In 2022, quick one, Max Verstappen won the race with his teammate Sergio Perez 2nd, George Russell 3rd, Carlos Sainz 4th, and Lewis Hamilton 5th. Valtteri Bottas came 6th in the Sauber. Norris 8th. Those were the years in which McLaren were still warming up. Will they have a chance on the championship this year? Let's see how it works out for them. In 2020, Lewis Hamilton winning the race, Max Verstappen coming 2nd, Valtteri Bottas 3rd, Sergio Perez 4th in the Racing Bull. That's the Pink Bull then. And Lance Stroll coming 5th in that same Pink Bull. Carlos Sainz in the McLaren 6th. Vettel, the tailwind sought him out and he came 7th. It was an interesting race. Those were years in which Mercedes had a complete, solid dominance on track. So what else do you need to know? The tire compounds are going back to the C1, C2, C3. So those 3 compounds will complete the racing order of hard for C1, medium C2, and soft for C3. So these are the hardest compound in the Pirelli tire order, with a front camber of -3 degrees and rear camber of -1.75. And we're going to start on a pressure of 26 psi in front, 22 psi at the rear. The circuit de Catalunya is having 14 corners. The very starting long straight would be one of the biggest DRS opportunity in the race. We had about 2 or 3 DRS positions, and it's going to be very interesting for the race start, in which we are going to be having a lot of slipstream. And during qualifying, we are going to be having drivers being able to give themselves some decent slipstream to have a good qualifying. It's a medium traction circuit with the asphalt being medium, asphalt abrasion almost very strong. The track evolution is medium, not really a much track evolution track, unlike the Monaco track. It's going to stress tire. That is why we're going for the hardest compound of tires. The braking is medium. The lateral force is full loaded and the downforce almost full loaded. So we are going to be having a lot of downforce, in which we are going to be having different specification of rear wings coming into this weekend. So it's going to be much interesting. Some teams said they are bringing upgrades. Which teams do we know are bringing upgrades? Probably Ferrari should be bringing some small details. They are bringing the larger details in Silverstone. Everybody is looking at McLaren will decline after this race or during this race. We will see a decline in McLaren. McLaren have claimed that they are not going to decline. So we will see a decline in McLaren. I doubt it. But we are going to see a very strong race in Barcelona. Also, the issue between Lewis Hamilton and his race engineer, Ricky Adami, in which everybody is putting online like, oh, something is wrong with them, I think it should be scrapped because there's still lack of understanding or growth in understanding between these two people. I think Ricardo Adami should have told him in a very simple term in that race, or in a way you will understand that. Now it's like an hammer time in which he would have gotten fourth position. He just told him, oh, this is our race, push. And Lewis Hamilton was like, this is our race, push. He himself could have asked questions like, oh, Gary Ricardo, what's up now? What's this our race, push? And Ricardo would have told him, okay, this is a punchline for such things. So you need to push, you can overtake, or you could have undercut Max Verstappen or something like that. So Lewis Hamilton said he felt in no man's land. So I think they need to work on the communication. They are getting better with communication, but it was a good racing for them. They could move with good points. Lewis Hamilton didn't really flog his engine. Probably Ferrari is always having engine issues in Spain. Maybe they won't have engine issues this time. It's either engine issues, tailwind, something issue. So I think, and I hope they don't have issues in this race, which should help them to build good, solid points. Because for me, I think we want to see the fight ahead, the Ferrari, the Mercedes, the Red Bull, and the McLaren in Spain. And we should see a lot of drivers pushing each other off the track, overtaking. The McLaren are still the benchmark. They are still looking like the fastest car that we should look at to win the Spanish Grand Prix. But coming to Spain, I think Red Bull are having a chance because Red Bull have always been strong in Spain. Will they be able to bring a very strong car to give themselves an opportunity to win the race? Let's get to Spain to know that. Up until Spain, I love you guys. Bye.